Hey YouTube, this is Captivating Christian coming to you today with some news you could probably use that happened today. So I know it's been a while, but here I am back at you talking about the news of the day. So today, Joseph McGuire, the acting director of the National Counterterrorism Agency, met before the Congress, Adam Schiff, and the Select Intelligence Committee. This committee is dedicated to overseeing the United States intelligence agencies and bureaus such in the federal government, such as the FBI, the CIA, the NSA. Basically, they supervise and oversee all information and things that they come across that may affect or have affected the United States and their allies. So today's hearing was about the whistleblower's complaint. Now some of you may say, what the hell is a whistleblower? Well, a whistleblower is a person who exposes any kind of information or activity that is deemed illegal, unethical, not correct within an organization or either private or public, which is the two classifications of whistleblowers, private or public. So basically, in a nutshell, layman's terms, all of the president's, any president, telephone conversations are recorded because it is deemed historical. So unless it is on a private line or a highly classified line, it is usually recorded. So even if they're on the phone with dignitaries and presidents of other nations, it is always recorded because there could be something they're recorded and detected for anything, any kind of intel or anything of that nature. So they're always recorded, always, looked after, and used to be put into the president's National Library if deemed. It's always going in the Congressional Library in D.C. So basically, that's what happened with that. Donald Trump says that he did not, quote-unquote, make a deal, but the whistleblower's report basically says that he told the Ukrainian president that there's been things going on. He knows that there's been things going on in his nation that he didn't like, and there was things going on in the United States that he didn't like. So if he could help him in uncovering or anything he can uncover about Joe Biden's son in Ukraine, getting rid of the attorneys general in Ukraine so he could move forward with some project. So he also said, Donald Trump also said that Giuliani, as well as the AG, the Attorney General of the United States now, would be able to help the Ukraine government in any way in exposing whatever Joe Biden and his son was up to. For this, however, the United States has always given financial aid and military aid to the Ukrainian government. However, they withheld it for 2 months prior to this conversation until whatever information was delivered or the president agreed, or the Ukrainian president agreed to said agreement, then the funds were then released. Which creates a problem because the President of the United States, it's in the oath of office. You're not supposed to use the office to intimidate another nation in any way in that regard, or use it for any kind of financial gain. So, and with that, I'm sorry, I lost my place for a second. So, with that, the White House stated today that Trump had nothing to hide. But of course, if Trump had nothing to hide, then why did it come out today that that conversation that was had, that the whistleblower intercepted, they tried to put it on a private server which only houses top secret classified information that we don't know anything about. So they tried to put it on that server to bury it so that the public wouldn't find out about it. But of course, thanks to goodness, we did find out about it. So in a nutshell, that's what happened today. He wanted the Ukrainian government to kind of play ball. The acting National Counterterrorism Agency Director Joseph McGuire also said that the whistleblower was free to testify, but I'm sure the White House will come up with something to combat that, and probably say that the conversation had presidential privilege, which would bar the whistleblower from testifying before the Intelligence Committee. So we'll see how this plays out, but so far it's not looking good for Donald Trump because of the simple fact that he, being as arrogant as he is, he let the transcript go out, and the transcript basically stated what the whistleblower is saying, but he, in so many ways, told the Ukrainian government, hey, if you help me with this, I'll do this. The Ukrainian president also went as far as to say that he stayed at Trump's hotel. And all of this to, boost Trump up. Trump likes when you talk about him, or when you visit his hotels, when you make him money. He, then wants to talk. And a lot of the nations around the world are starting to notice that. So they are sending their diplomats and their agencies to stay at the Trump hotels and all of this nature, and, have their events there, spend the most money there so they can get an audience with the president. Of course, this is unethical, but, the Republicans don't think anything's unethical when they're in office. Everything's unethical when there's somebody else in office that isn't a Republican. That makes no sense. But anyway, that is basically what happened today. In a nutshell, leave your comments, questions, or concerns at the bottom, and I'll be sure to answer them in any way I can. If you please give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It just helps me grow either way. But if you like what you see, you can please subscribe. I would appreciate that. And again, as always, we have to be the change that you want to see. So if you want to see change, you have to be the change that you want to be and you want to see. Have a good night.